Me, but eh, I would love to know where you are coming from. Is it morning where you are? If not, share with us in the comments. I am actually very happy today to share with you. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is Tabitha King, and I am a chronic illness specialist who specializes in helping African American women break free from generational trauma and cycles of chronic disease in their bodies, while also helping them to become more aware of any emotional or mental health needs for everyone in their families. I use biblical principles and holistic measures to get to the root causes of any symptoms that they may be having as they are healing from within. So their children and their children's children will no longer have these cycles of chronic disease or chronic illness in their bodies. We want to get to the root cause to break those chains in their lives. So, in real time, again, today is the first day of Black History Month in 2023, February the 1st. I'm so excited. And I want to celebrate all of our African American heroes from our past times and each and every one of you, because you are all warriors in your own right. And I hope that you hang on to that truth throughout your lives. No matter what comes your way, there's something special within each and every one of you. So I hope that you are doing well and you are learning to love on yourself as you love God and love others. So for today, my topic for today is what happens what happens to you when you read every day. So it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, I like to come forth with a self love topic. And with that, I am sharing about reading. So let's talk about this for a moment. Who has the time to sit down with a book? Guess what? As adults, we tend to spend about 2 to 3 hours or more on our cell phones or on social media or watching TV. And what if we move some of that time to reading a book? Today, I want to talk about how reading can benefit you. Reading expands your vocabulary. And when you read, you are learning new words and many words over time. This helps you get the content or the context more clearly. Reading improves concentration and focus. Reading can be a habit that you can start to cultivate now to improve your concentration and your focus. If you read for about 20 minutes a day, your focus will become better. Reading can motivate you. Books can open doors to a new world. You can begin to open up your problem solving skills and your analytical life. Self care books can help you declutter your mind. If you haven't, excuse me, if you haven't figured it out yet, reading can bring about a huge change in your personality and overall life in general. Reading broadens your imagination. It's a great way to create new things in your mind. It exercises your brain and your mind. When you take reading seriously, great ideas and new discoveries are born. The person who decides not to read much, your imagination is the only thing that's limiting your brand new dreams, your brand new ideas, and your dreams. Broaden your horizons so that there's no limits on your dreams. I hope this is helping you today because I know that as my life has gone on, there has been times where I would just feel like I couldn't read. And it was really frustrating for me because every time I would read something, I couldn't comprehend in the way I wanted to. And things were just frustrating and overwhelming for me when I would read. But it is very helpful if you just take the time to find something that you enjoy reading. So, reading can also prevent Alzheimer's disease and it increases your lifespan. Can you believe that? Reading can limit those chances of having Alzheimer's. Daily reading can keep your mind sharp. We've also found that research shows if you read a lot for your entire life, you're much less prone to developing Alzheimer's or dementia. Even those who take up a course later on in life, you find that you keep that cognitive development moving rather than getting stagnant and declining. Living longer is not just about adding years to your life, but it's about being able to enjoy all of those years you have. You can start to cultivate this habit of reading now. I know I was saying that I now love to read. I was not used to it in the beginning, but as I went through several parts of my life, I noticed when I did not read, I was feeling more forgetful. But as I read more and more now, my brain is growing as I learn new amazing things. It can happen for you too. Reading can reduce stress and anxiety. Do you tend to crumble under stress? If you do, reading can be a great way to combat it. It's a great way to move away from that place of anxiety when your mind is invested in other pressing stressors. Whatever's stressing you in the moment, if you get a good book and just sit down and start to read, you'll feel so much better. It only takes about 30 minutes of reading to delve into a good book, and you start to dramatically reduce the stress in your life. Reading can make you happy and beat depression. Isn't that amazing? Reading, something we try to get away from. You know, the enemy tries to get in the way and push you away from the good things in life so that you can get distracted and so busy that you start feeling like that's all there is to life. But there is so much more to life, sis. And I want to help you to see the good things of life because we get so busy that we are so unfocused. We are always thinking about what's next on our to do list. But let's do something different. Take 30 minutes out of your day and just enjoy a good book. Reading also boosts your sleep. If you ever try to go to sleep and you're looking at your cell phone, you know the blue lights are there and they start to make you want to stay alert instead of falling asleep. Well, there's many studies out right now, and a lot of them are inconclusive. So if you find that there is a blue light filter on your phone, but still there is some issues with that where you are more focused on what's on your phone instead of going to sleep. I know that when I would stay on my phone at night sometimes, even if I'm reading a book on my Kindle, it's also starting to keep me wanting to be on it instead of going to sleep. However, if you get a book in your hand, literally, and just turn the pages like this and just read through the book at night for about 10 minutes at a time, then it will not keep you in that place of wanting to stay awake, but you'll start to feel more sleepy and you will have good rest, actually. So maybe 10 minutes of reading at night and you'll feel so much better. Well, that's all I want to share with you today. If you would like to have a copy of my tips and the notes that I've written for this, you are more than welcome. Just put it in the comments and I'll get it over to you. I wanted to share this today as we begin Black History Month and we are talking about self-love because I wanted to begin to see how you can really enjoy reading in your life. The Bible says, meditate on his word day and night. Guess what? If we start to read a devotional in the mornings and we read in the night, we're going to start to feel so much better, and we're going to start to cultivate that time, that intimacy time with God. This book I have in my hand right now is called Having a Mary Heart in a Martha World. I'm reading many books, but this is one that I'm really loving right now because it's helping me to see that in the busy world that we live in, you can still enjoy life. You can still enjoy the things that God has for you. So get into a good book today. I have a plethora of resources that you can look into on my website. I'll put that link in the description. And also, there's a few on my blog. I just wrote a post about reading. Please take a look at the post on my blog that's also listed in the description so that you can start to feel free to grow in your reading. And also, I would also like for you to join my free community where I give more free tips and learning about how to get away from any chronic illnesses that you may be having. I hope that this has helped you in some form or fashion. I pray that you are encouraged and empowered to read more on your daily walk. I love you. Be blessed.